What's up, guys, and welcome back to Card Story, Episode 4, 1989. And in 1989, that's kind of when the card market started going crazy. Like everyone was getting into collecting, and you could tell because companies started coming out. Before 89, you only had Fleer, Donruss, and Topps. And in 89, Upper Deck came out, which changed the hobby. And then Bowman Baseball came back. And then in basketball, Hoops came out. And then in football, we got Score and Pro Set. And that's just the beginning. More to come in the next few years. And then we got non-sports cards at the time. We had like any hit movies that were coming out. They put out card sets, and I was 11 years old in 1989. So Batman was a big deal to me, and I remember having the whole Batman collection, Series 1 and Series 2. Ninja Turtles was a big deal. Me and my brother both collected Ninja Turtle cards. Ghostbusters was out. Back to the Future cards, and when I looked up, it said New Kids on the Block. So maybe girls were collecting New Kids on the Block. At the same time, I was very big into sneakers and clothing, and I wanted the best sneakers that were out, and I wanted the Jordan 4s. 1989 Jordan 4s, babe. They're my favorite Jordans still to this day. And I saved my money. I was delivering newspapers. I was working at the deli. And my dad would give me $50 towards my sneakers, and I saved the rest to get the Jordans. At that time, they were 110. And a starter jacket, I think starter jackets at that time were about 100 to 150. And NWA and all these gangster rappers were wearing the black Reebok, the black starter jackets, the Raiders, the Kings. And I needed to have a Raiders starter jacket, even though I didn't care about the Raiders. It was just more of a, I guess at that time it was a status symbol. And I didn't grow up having money, but if I had Jordans on my feet and a starter jacket on, I guess it looked like I have money. Get living ghetto fabulous, I guess they call that. But at the same time, I didn't have a lot of confidence as a kid, so maybe having them things made me feel more confident. At the same time, I was scared I was gonna get killed because they were killing people over jackets and sneakers in them days. But 1989 is just a fond year to me, and that's like when my memories kind of start. I was 11, and I just remember buying packs in 1989. I bought a lot of 1989 tops, which is trash. And but Ken Griffey Jr. changed the hobby for the better. Like more people, he was the kid, and more people were just trying to get the kid because he was probably the biggest prospect. I don't know who was a bigger prospect before him, as I was young, but Ken Griffey Jr. was huge. And at the same time, Jim Abbott was a big deal at the time. Jerome Walton was a big deal. John Smoltz was in that set. 89 was a great year. And the 89 Bowman cards, they put these cards in the packs. Let's show you what the old Bowman cards look like. They were kind of cool. They had this on the back. The same, like in oddball stuff. Like this is a 1989 Barry police set. And then you got 89 Barry Scores. One of my favorite cards. I just picked this up recently at the Fishtown Card Show. Ken Griffey Jr. Bowman. Got this. I think I got it for $12. This is the Ken Griffey I had since 1989. I guess the centering's a little off. Let's see what it's. The surface got an 8 because I didn't clean cards in 1989. I didn't know to wipe everything down. I would maybe I should crack this and see what it looks like. And I recently bought this whole set at the flea market. I forget what I paid. I think I got this for 50. The 1989 Score complete set. But what year did you get into the hobby, and what were your favorite cards collected in that year? I just don't. 1989. Being 11 years old, just getting into the hobby, and I started in. I think I started collecting in 1988, and I was more of a player collector. I lived in Philadelphia, so I collected Mike Schmidt. I had a binder full of all Mike Schmidt cards. We were trading Mike Schmidt, Steve Carlton's, Pete Rose, Lenny Dykstra, Darren Dalton, but Schmidt was the main guy. And then like for my as a child, I was more of a player collector, and then I turned into a rookie collector later. And I collected some weird players. I had a whole collection of Terry Pendleton. I had a whole collection of Chris Webber, Deion Sanders. I tried to get every Deion Sanders card. Bo Jackson. I still got a huge Bo Jackson collection. Michael Jordan, Charles Barkley. It was a lot easier to be a player collector than a rookie collector. And as I got older, I just basically strictly rookies, and I turned more to football. And then I was collecting more running backs at the time because running backs could have one big game and their cards would go crazy. And the main running back that got me into collecting was Terrell Davis. When he had that 2,000-yard season, his select rookie cards went nuts. They were going for over $200. And like, so when I see one of those now, it's hard for me to pass them up because you can get them so cheap. Like SP Authentics, they were going for like 60 to 100. You can get them in dollar boxes now, $5 at the most. But select, I got about 5 of those now. I could not afford one back then. So when I see stuff that I couldn't afford as a kid, and I see it in a dollar box or 5 under, I grab them now. Like cards I always wanted as a kid was a 84 Dunruss style strawberry and the Mattingly. I still don't have a Mattingly, but I got the strawberry in the dollar box. Conseco 86 Dunruss. I got that under $5. So anything I see, and I'll show you guys later, like cards that I pick up cheap just because of my collection. Remember, what is it, 91 Bowman when the gold cards came out, and the Frank Thomas gold card. I got one upstairs, dollar box. Like that was a big card at that time. To me, I guess it's nostalgia. And when you're young and you see them prices, that's stuck in your head. And like there was just some weird guys that had huge prices. Like when Shaq's rookie year, that was a crazy year. That's like the first time I ever did a card show by myself. My dad built me showcases, and I set up at a local card show at a church. And the guy worked for Kevin at Four Seas. He was set up there too, and I didn't tell him I was doing a show. And then we set up next to each other, and I was wind up buying packs off of him, pulling Shaqs, and I pulled a Harold Miner Magic All Rookie. At that time, Miner was just as big as Shaq. That was going for about $100. You can find those in dime boxes now. People don't even know who Harold Miner is. Like at the time, he was considered Baby Jordan. That was his nickname, and he won the slam dunk contest 2 years in a row. So it was a big card. But 1989 Jordan 4s, Upper Deck, Bowman, Score, Pro Set, Hoops. What's a better year than that in the hobby? If you guys like any of these episodes or they think they're too long, let me know. If you want to contact me, you can you can reach me at email at cardtalkpod@gmail.com.